In this course, we will look at finances, specifically about gaining an understanding of what a P&L statement is and what it means for your business. P&L stands for profit and loss. When managing your business, all three financial statements are important. But for now, we're going to focus on the P&L to help drive profitability performance. With today's access to data, getting reports is the easy part. But understanding how they impact your business is extremely important. Analysis of these reports will be reflected in your P&L, so the key is taking action to correct issues. It's important to look at your P&L, but it's important to understand how to read it as well. What is it saying? It may just look like numbers, and well, that's true, but if you learn to understand the numbers in your P&L, it can tell you what you need to know or want to know about the profitability of your business. Your P&L is your output for all your actions in your business. It will tell you what you need to know, good or bad, and help you make decisions to drive profitability. Revenue, sales, net revenues, the total of what you charge for your services or for products. Net revenues or net sales would be your sales after deducting any discount given, such as rebates or cash discounts for payment. Gross margin. Gross margin is the net sales less the cost of goods sold, COGS, commonly used as a gross margin percentage, which is calculated by taking your revenue minus the cost divided by revenues. As an example, you sold a tire for $250. It cost you $175. The margin percentage was 18.6%. You may use this to determine the margin you are making on a product, sometimes called product margin. Gross profit. Gross profit is the profit you make after deducting the costs associated with making and selling your products, or the costs associated with providing your services. It can be calculated by subtracting your revenue or sales from the cost of goods sold. ASP is the average selling price of the product, like the selling price of a tire. Not typically on your P&L, but can be calculated by taking the revenues divided by the number of tires sold. OPEX is the operating cost of your business. It includes all expenses such as salaries, rent, marketing, shop supplies, bank charges, etc. OPEX can be made up of variable or fixed expenses. Operating income. Operating income is an accounting figure that measures the amount of profit realized from a business's operations after deducting operating expenses. EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, not used by all businesses but usually a measurement of management performance of the business. Looking at revenues on your P&L in terms of rate and volume impacts will help explain the reason for a gap between your revenues and profit. In this example, on your P&L, you see revenues increasing by $50,000, which you're happy about, but you notice your gross profit decreasing by $2,500, which does not make you happy. You may wonder, how is this possible, or what is the driver of this? If you break this into rate and volume variances, you can see that in total, you have increased your rate year over year, which is good for your business, but volume has decreased more in oil. The question is, what can be done for the upcoming year? Do you need to adjust pricing or service on oil? And if you look at tires, do you need to adjust the price to drive more volume? Understanding this change in your P&L can lead to better decision-making to maximize profits. To improve your P&L margin and profit, we need to look at how to maximize margins on the products you sell. In this example, we will look at tires and how to maximize your margin and profit with booking programs. In this example, you can see that by having a commitment to a distributor, the earnings to the business can be substantial. We're really not doing anything different with your business except consolidating volumes and committing to a program. You have a booking program and receive 5% on certain brands, plus a 5% locked-in discount based on booking 100 plus units. Based on an average purchase price of $175 per unit, and assuming you have 500 units sold, you can expect additional savings approximately $9,000 for just committing to the booking program. If you take the product in August, savings can increase to $12,000. You can maximize margins by taking the product a little earlier than expected with no cash outlay. Advantages of a booking program and consolidating volume: timing of payments, timing of vendor price increases, making the sale early. If and when possible, it is always better to take advantage of cash discount terms. This is an example of taking advantage of a cash discount with no borrowing cost that yields you a 37% annual return. An invoice of $1,000 can be settled with a 2% discount if paid in 10 days, instead of net 30 days. This means a 2% discount of $1,000 will be $980 with savings of $20. To calculate this return, take the original price divided by the discounted price, subtract 1, and multiply by 100 to calculate the percentage. Multiply this percentage by 360 and divide by 20, and you will see that you will have an annual return of 36.7%.